Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a mystery that sounds like it could have been written by the master of macabre himself. Except this time, he was the victim. This is the strange and unsolved case of Edgar Allan Poe's final days. A real-life horror story so dark, so confusing, and so tragic that nearly 2 centuries later, people are still arguing about what really happened. Was it murder? Madness? Or something even stranger? Let's unravel the chilling final chapter of America's most haunting writer. On September 27, 1849, Edgar Allan Poe left Richmond, Virginia, bound for New York City. He was supposed to stop in Philadelphia to edit a collection of poems for a fellow writer. He never made it. Nearly a week later, on October 3rd, Poe was found in a state of complete delirium outside a tavern in Baltimore called Gunner's Hall, which also doubled as a polling station. He was slumped over, semi-conscious, dressed in filthy, ill-fitting clothes that clearly weren't his own. Witnesses said he looked dazed, confused, and almost like he didn't know who he was. One thing was certain, something was very wrong. A local printer named Joseph Walker recognized Poe and immediately sent a letter to Dr. Joseph Snodgrass, a friend of Poe's and a known temperance advocate. In the note, Walker described Poe as in great distress and in need of immediate assistance. Dr. Snodgrass rushed to the scene. But by then, Poe was already slipping in and out of consciousness. He was taken to Washington College Hospital, where over the next 4 days, he would suffer from hallucinations, bouts of aggression, and long stretches of silent confusion. During that time, Poe never regained enough clarity to explain what had happened. He reportedly kept crying out the name Reynolds, a person no one could definitively identify. Some thought it might have been a hallucinated figure. Others believed Reynolds could have been connected to the polling place where Poe was found. Whatever the truth, no one ever came forward, and the name has remained a key part of the mystery. On October 7, 1849, at 5 a.m., Edgar Allan Poe died. He was just 40 years old. The official cause of death? Well, there wasn't one. No autopsy was performed. His death certificate, if it ever existed, has been lost. Newspapers of the day speculated wildly. Some blamed congestion of the brain. Others said it was alcohol poisoning or encephalitis. But none of these explanations were definitive. And none have ever fully satisfied the curious minds who've looked into this case. So, what really happened to Poe? The theories are as bizarre and Gothic as his own stories. One of the oldest and most widely circulated theories is that Poe simply drank himself to death. Poe did have a reputation for struggling with alcohol, and even small amounts could send him into a stupor due to a supposed medical condition. But by 1849, Poe had joined the Sons of Temperance and was reportedly sober. Dr. Snodgrass, an outspoken temperance advocate himself, was quick to frame Poe's death as a cautionary tale about the evils of drinking. But many biographers believe this may have been more propaganda than truth. His attending physician never mentioned alcohol as a factor in Poe's decline, and there were no signs of withdrawal. Another chilling theory is the idea of cooping, a 19th century practice of voter fraud. Essentially, people would be kidnapped off the street, drugged or beaten, and forced to vote multiple times at different polling stations under various disguises. Gunner's Hall, where Poe was found, was a polling place, and it was election day. Some believe Poe was cooped, forced to vote repeatedly by corrupt political gangs, which would explain the disheveled clothing, his confused state, and the bruises noted on his body. The idea may sound far-fetched, but cooping was a real and brutal practice at the time, and it was especially rampant in Baltimore. Others have suggested Poe may have been the victim of foul play, possibly even poisoned. In recent years, some researchers have speculated that Poe's symptoms could have resulted from mercury poisoning, or even rabies. In 1996, doctors at the University of Maryland Medical Center examined Poe's medical records and suggested that rabies was a plausible cause of death. Poe had symptoms like fever, delirium, and confusion, all consistent with rabies, although he reportedly didn't have hydrophobia, the fear of water that often accompanies the illness. Then there's the brain tumor theory. In 1875, Poe's remains were moved to a new gravesite. During the process, witnesses claimed to have seen a strange lump rolling around inside his skull, which some speculated was a calcified brain tumor. It's a morbid and speculative claim, but it has added yet another layer to the tangled web of this mystery. And of course, some think the answer lies in Poe's writing itself. Poe's work often danced along the edges of insanity, obsession, and death. He seemed fixated on premature burial, haunted minds, and mysterious illnesses. Could Poe have been foretelling his own fate through his stories? Or was he, like many great artists, simply a mirror for the darkness he saw in the world around him? What makes this case even more compelling is just how much is missing. There are no hospital records, no death certificate, no first-hand account from Poe himself. Just a few conflicting letters, a lot of rumors, and an eerie silence that has lasted for over 170 years. That silence has fueled decades of speculation, making Edgar Allan Poe's death not just a tragic loss of a literary genius, but one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history. Even Poe's final resting place carries a sense of the uncanny. He was originally buried in an unmarked grave in the back corner of Westminster Hall and burying ground in Baltimore. It wasn't until 1875 that fans and admirers raised funds for a proper monument. Today, thousands visit the site, many leaving roses, notes, and small tokens in tribute to the man who gave the world some of its most haunting literature, and who, in death, became the subject of a haunting tale all his own. Whatever the truth is, it seems fitting that Poe, a man who explored madness, mystery, and mortality in his writing, would leave behind a legacy wrapped in just as much confusion and shadow. His death is a riddle, and one we may never fully solve. Thanks for watching, everyone. If this story gave you chills or sparked your curiosity, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below with what you think happened to Poe. Was he murdered? Was it madness? Or is there still a clue waiting to be uncovered after all these years? Until next time, stay curious and keep digging into history's darkest mysteries.